Good afternoon, traders. Today is September the 8th, 2010, and we have a lot to discuss today. Dow Jones finished up 46 points, almost a 0.5%. NASDAQ finished up 20 points, 0.9%. S&P 500 finished up 7 points, a little over a 0.5%. So NASDAQ let us out this thing again, which is great. Euro US dollar finished up almost 0.25%. The New York Stock Exchange advancers was 2,092. Decliners was 903. The NASDAQ advancers was 1,732, and the decliners was 892. Pretty good day for the markets. Today's headlines that I'll be going over with you that moved the market. Financials show leadership after lagging in prior session. Europe's major bourses bounce amid successful debt offering from Portugal. Euro and yen advance against the US dollar. Results from 10-year note auction prove solid. Fed's latest beige book suggests consumer spending has increased on balance, but caution still governs discretionary purchases. Consumer credit in U.S. fell $3.6 billion in July. Looking at today's upgrades and downgrades, it was a huge day. A lot of good research and valuable information came from this. I'll start by going to this first one. SKH got upgraded from market perform to market outperform, $2.50 to $6 a share. Intel got a downgrade from 28 to 19.50. Hewlett Packard got a downgrade from 54 to 44. Viacom got a downgrade from 42 to 37. Time Warner got a downgrade from 40 to 34. McDonald's got another upgrade from 79 to 83. Best Buy got a downgrade from 55 to 48. FedEx got another upgrade from 106 to 109 at Barclays. Apple got another upgrade, 340 to 350. It almost seems like you're crazy not to have some kind of long, whether it's a call, whether it's 10 shares, whatever, of this stock. Here we go. Private Bancorp, symbol PVTB, got a downgrade from 17 to 15.50. PNC Bank got a downgrade from 80 to 75. MI, Marshall and Isley, got a downgrade from 10 to 9.50. KeyCorp, symbol KEY, got a downgrade from 10.50 to 9.50. Huntington Bank got a downgrade from 8 to 7.50, and Comerica, CMA, which is another bank, got a downgrade from 50 to 45. Guys, that's a lot of downgrades in the banking sector today, and we really need these stocks to go up as long with the semis and everything else. Tomorrow for the earnings calendar, we have Smith & Wesson, symbol SWHC, reporting, and we also have National Semi, NSM. Two good, decent indicators. Smith & Wesson, I think they're going to beat only because I just know how many people have been buying guns. Our Second Amendment rights just keep getting threatened on a day-to-day basis. And I'm not here to make any predictions, but it just seems that in the next few years they're going to try for a push to take our guns away from us. Okay, economic calendar for tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. we have initial claims, continuing claims, and the trade balance. So we'll get some decent volume for the open. And at 11 a.m. we have crude inventories. That's all it from the economic data. Now I'm going to go over the indexes. Okay, looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average right here, guys, as you can see. And what I see right here is we bumped up for the last 2 days prior to today, and we couldn't close over the 200-day moving average, which is at 10,451. Today we closed a little bit below yesterday's high, but we had an increase in volume. What we're looking at right now is the trend line that we held since July 5th that we connected through the early and late parts of late parts of August, early parts of September. Right now what we really need is to get some kind of burst in buying over this 200. As you can see, the 100-day moving average is at 10,387. We got a close over that. Actually, we poked our head over it today, but we got a close under it. Basically, we need to break out of this range of these moving averages and get above and hold above the 200 and break out of this downtrend that's leading all the way back from April's high at 11,258. Looking at a smaller time frame, for me to remain bullish on the Dow Jones, we really need to hold above this 10,333 level, and that was Tuesday's low, and today we ran right up above it and we held above it. If we slip below Tuesday's low, look for a move back down here to 10,280. Tomorrow, if we have some good economic data in the morning, we could get above this 10,400 level, which would be great because we'll break out of this downtrend that we've had for the last few weeks and look for a move back up to our major resistance level at 10,510. Okay, now we're looking at the SPX, the S&P 500 index, and what you could see is we haven't quite got up to the 200 on the SPX yet. We have a downtrend coming all the way back here from July at 1219, which was the high, and we connected all the way through August high. That's still intact, along with the July low of 1010 connected to the September low right here around this 1040. To be exact, the low there was 1039.70. However, we are above the 10, the 50, and the 21 moving average. The 10-day moving average is turned up along with the 50, but the 21 is still turned down. Tomorrow, if we have some good news, I think we could break out of this downtrend and head up to the 200, which is at 1112. In order for us to do that, we need to hold above this 1091 level, which was Tuesday's low. We need to get above this declining trend line and stay and hold above our 1105 resistance area in order to get a higher move and break out of this long-term downtrend that's up here at 1120 and get to our final target at 1126. So I still think that there's more upside. You have your resistance. 1105 is the key level tomorrow. We need to break out of that, and we need to hold above this 1091 to confirm our bullish alignment. If we drop below this, 1083.50 is in the cards. Okay, we're looking at the NASDAQ 100 index right here, the NDX, and we have a declining trend line, which we're breaking out of right here, looking very bullish. Today we got a close at 1880 on the NASDAQ 100. Okay, the 200 is at 1861, and the 100 is at 1888. So we poked our head above both of them. We tested this declining trend line, and we got a close above the 200 today, which is great. We have increasing volume, another good sign. We have a 10-day moving average turned up, and we're above the 21 and the 50. Right now the NASDAQ is looking a little more bullish. I really want the NSM, that stock that's reporting tomorrow, National Semi. I hope they really report good earnings, and I hope that our info that comes in pre-market is better than expected. As you can see, this trend line still intact that dates back from July 5th. We did put in a successful lower high. Now what we have to look forward to is busting out of this trend line. Hopefully we'll hold over it tomorrow. On a shorter time frame on the NASDAQ, we got above our major key pivot level at 1875 today. Very bullish on this, guys, and we held above it and we closed above it. I really like what the NASDAQ's looking like right here. So our next target is this 1908 level. That's our major resistance, and then 1946 will be our long-term resistance. So things are looking good on the NASDAQ. There's really not much more I need to show you about this. We have an inclining trend line right here dating back from Tuesday. That's still intact. Things are looking good for the NASDAQ, guys. Real quick, I want to go over crude oil /CL, the futures. We bumped against our 75.13 level. If you just had this level that we put out here over on my channel, if you've been watching my videos, you could have made substantial amounts of money. Look at this. If you would have took a short here on Thursday, look what you could have made. And it's fairly tight stops. It bounced off there on Thursday, sold off, came back up, bounced down, sold all the way down to here at this 73.20 level, and then you came up today. We bounced off our pivot and we closed at 74.72. Watch these levels tomorrow. It looks like we're going to be trading in a range from 73.82 to 75.13. If we could hold above the 75.13, we've already tested it 1, 2, 3, 4 different times in the past week and a half. If we could hold above it tomorrow, look for a move back up to 76.10. That will be your next resistance. As for gold futures, there's really not much to say in it. 1266 is the all-time high. We hit 1264 today. We still have it inclining. 50 period moving average. 1258 is our level we need to hold above in order to get a move up to 1269. If we stay above this 1258, look for 1246 to come into play. Looking at the SOX right here, the semiconductor index, like I said, we really needed to hold above the 321 and 323 levels. But however, we are above our 50 period moving average, which is great. We are above, I'm sorry guys, I had a phone call. We're above the 50 period moving average. We held support here, very bullish. Hopefully tomorrow, if we get some new numbers in, a national NSM symbol beats, we'll get above this 323. We'll hold above 323 and look for our move back up through Friday's highs, bounce off them, and come back up and retest this 337. That's what we're looking for. That's our key number. And I'll give you a bear scenario real quick. If we hold below this 321 and you see some selling pressure come in, look for this 312 to hold as support. Okay, as for the IYR, still looking to chase this high of 55. We still have a uptrend intact, and we're above all moving averages, and they're all turned up. Very bullish on the IYR, shorter term time frame. To remain bullish on the IYR, we have to hold above 53.29. And we have a increasing 50 period moving average, but it looks like it could turn bearish and we could get a little sell off the 52.72 tomorrow if the numbers come in bad. Have your support at 52.72. To remain bullish, we need to hold above 53.30. As for the GDX, 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, we have an inclining trend line. It's intact still. We got to close almost below it today. 53.67 is your pivot. Draw your price level here. We need to hold above this to stay bullish. Close back above this trend line tomorrow. Continue up to 54.30. Guys, you have a great day trading tomorrow. Have a good night. Hope you guys are making some money off my videos, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.